Hello folks, welcome to Echo's show. Why the robotic voice, you may ask? Well, little old me is not confident enough to use my real voice, so expect this voice named Fred to be taking over for some time. In terms of content, I've recently been slacking on my upload schedule and what content to post. As an idea, I recently came up with a simple solution. A reaction video to my old Grinny A5 Nights at Freddy's Gacha live videos. Bad ships, terrible outfits that look nothing like the canon designs. You name it, I most likely had it. So I'm here today to not only torture myself, but to drag you all down with me as we remember my FNAF phase. Roll the clips.
Liz. That's not my angel.
So, off to a pretty okay start. For starters, this was heavily off some random bendy SFM I found back when I had multiple obsessions at the same time. Little me thought, hey, this would be a great video idea. I've come to realize that a ton of my videos that I made with the audios were based on random SFMs. The random zooms were catching me so off guard alongside the fact that the circle transition effect came out of the blue. Then again, I was a somewhat new user on KineMaster at the time, so who can blame me? Me. No idea why baby is so far away when kissing herself, but hey, FNAF ships back then were not as hated on as they are today. Molten's design wasn't too bad back then alongside Scrap Babies, but that's overall the only thing I really like about this one despite it being my first video on the channel. Eating it a 5 out of 10.
You ever seen a ghost? I was over on the bench. I was over on the bench. I was over on the bench. I was sitting over on the bench. I was 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 sitting over on the bench. I was 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 sitting over on the bench. I was 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 sitting over on the bench. I was 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 sitting over on the bench. I was 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 sitting over on the bench. I was 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 sitting over on the bench. I was over on the bench!
Well, I've got a ton to say about this one. Like, what exactly was going through my head when it came to the infamous head bopping? Why hint at Ballara and Puppet being shipped? And my main concern, why did Scrap Baby suddenly grow a tail and wings? All questions I wish I knew the answers to. Lefty being a simp for Scrap Baby is rather odd, but then again, tons of the things I ship were odd. Scrap Funtime Foxy being on all fours is strange alongside the fact that Puppet randomly cried before she hopped into Lefty's suit. I also noticed how with majority of the male FNAF characters I had back then, they no joke all had similar front hairstyles except for Scrap Funtime Foxy. The head bopping gave me war flashbacks, so I'd give it a 3.5 out of 10. It's not as bad as the last video, but it for sure has its flaws. Like how one scene just repeats near the end because I got lazy. The animation got a little choppy at some point as it was sort of lagging, but I suppose that was to be expected. I'm not sure why I made a video of Funtime Freddy and Bonbon dancing to this song, but from what I can take from this, it may have been inspired by some SFM I saw of sorts. I'll give it a 6 out of 10.
Oh, baby, baby, how was I supposed to know that something wasn't right here? Oh, baby,
Honey, what are you doing?
I shouldn't have let you go. And now you're out of sight, yeah. Show me how you want it to be.
What are you doing?
Tell me, baby, 'cause I need to know now. Oh, because my loneliness is killing me. And I must confess, I still believe.
Okay, did I just drop acid, or are they really singing Britney Spears with the zombie?
My mind, give me a sign. Hit me, baby, one more.
Despite my old main OC being there, this was probably the one that made me cringe more than previous videos. The random tears, the character designs, it just wasn't doing it for me. The fact that Scrap Baby randomly invited herself in as well and just started to sing along confused me more than anything. And the zoos? Don't even get me started on how the random zoos decided to return for another round. This is a 2 out of 10 in my book.
Can we stop this? Can we stop this right now?
I suppose this is now a reaction to a reaction now. Oh, how convenient. I have no idea what this says about my humor since I used to die laughing at this non-stop. It mainly just repeats like that Funtime Freddy video but with an accessory change and so on and so forth. I don't have a clue where the audio is from or what I was thinking when making this, but I'll gladly rate it a 7 out of 10. This is all of the videos I'll be reacting to today, but if you folks would love to see more of me reacting to my old videos, then I've got a whole cart full of them to rewatch again. Hope you folks enjoyed the video and have a good rest of your day.